We are live. Hello. Welcome to today's Friday Live. If you're new to my world, welcome, welcome. Let me know in the comments that you're just joining for the first time. And if we haven't met yet before, I am Celia Faye Meisel, an innovative sales strategist. You're going to get to know a little bit more about what I'm all about on today's live stream. And if you've been here before, let me know in the comments. Please say hello. And if you're here on the replay, say hello as well. And it is great to connect with you. And let me know, what do you do in your business? Introduce yourself, what you do, who you serve, the problem that you solve, because these live streams are also a networking opportunity that people can see you when you show up and you leave comments and you gauge. We are going live on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. This is a syndicated live stream that happens every week. And it's a pleasure to be here. So let's get into the topic. We're going to be talking about consistency, building trust, client centricity, all of these pieces that go together to help you achieve your revenue goals. So in your business, you have some sort of goals that you're working toward. And there's always that monetary quantitative goal. I want to hit my next 50K month. I want consistent 100K months. Maybe it's I want consistent $10,000 months. Wherever you are on that journey, there's usually some sort of quantitative goal, whether it's a dollar amount or it is a certain number of clients that you want to enroll every month or every quarter. So you have your goals in mind and you're keeping them top of mind. And then how focused you are on those goals is going to depend on a number of factors: your mindset, your energy, your belief in your ability to achieve them, your belief in your market, and that you have people in your network that will buy, or that the volume of people that you want to purchase will buy. So there's all these factors: belief in your team, belief in your funnels. There's so many factors that go into you being confident about your ability to achieve those goals and being the person who shows up in their business every day as someone who achieves their goals. Okay. Because the goal achievement is beyond just like what we have on paper or on the vision board or wherever you put that. The goal is something that you keep in your heart. It's something that you keep close to you. And then you decide that you're going to be that person who creates that goal. Because if it were as easy as just waking up one day and all of a sudden all my goals are here, it wouldn't be as exciting, right? The goal is the goal because it's something that you don't have yet, or it's something that you want to achieve and you want to create in your life, because the goal is also this experience. It's this journey. And the goal attainment involves who you become and who you transform into being. And so in this conversation, we're looking at not only how you're carrying yourself and your belief and your mindset, but also that consistency that you're working toward and what you're doing on a consistent basis to create the goal. And so to illustrate my point today, I want to tell you a story. Now, this is a story that you may have heard before, but just lean in and sit with me for a minute while we go into the story. So this is about the grasshopper and the ant. So it's summertime and there's a grasshopper and he is sitting perched on a little mushroom and he's playing music. And he's like, it's the summertime and I just want to enjoy the sunshine and just be here and feel the cool breeze and just play beautiful music and really enjoy the sun and the summer and the wind and the clouds and all of that. So he's playing his music and he sees the little ants marching by one, just like the song, carrying their grain and carrying their little pieces of corn and all their little food bits as they walk by. He watches them. He sees them. Okay, there goes ant number 1, ant number 2, ant number 3. They're just consistently going and going and going. And he's like, guys, it's the summertime. Why don't you sit and play with me and let's enjoy the summer? And they say, no, we've got work to do. We've got to get food and we've got to get ready for the winter. He says, oh, who needs that? I'm just going to wait until the first snowfall to go and get my food. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. And so the summer goes by and he continues this. The food is bountiful. He can get food from anywhere. He plays his music and he watches these ants. day by day by day, hauling their food one by one to get ready for the winter. So the first snowfall comes, the ants are nowhere to be seen. They're buried away in their little den. And all of a sudden, the grasshopper, he's looking for food. There's no food. There's no food around. Oh my gosh. So what does he do? He heads over to the ants and he says, hey guys, do you have a piece of grain or something that you can spare for me to eat? I'm so hungry. And the ant looks at them and says, no, we worked all summer long to store our food away, and we have just enough for ourselves. And you can dance your way through the winter trying to find food because you had so much fun playing music all summer. You can just keep yourself busy that way. Good luck. And that's the story. So we've got the grasshopper and the ants. So the grasshopper wanted to play and wanted to have fun and, daydream and enjoy and play his music. And he wasn't thinking about the future. He wasn't thinking about what was coming next. He thought, oh, I can just wait until that day arrives or until, the snowfall comes so I can get my food. And while the ants are just plugging away, and he's judging the ants because he thinks that the ants are working too hard and they should be enjoying the summer and enjoying the weather. And then it comes to be winter time and they're tucked away. They've got their food, they've got their reserves, and they planned and they prepared. They met their goal. The grasshopper didn't meet his goal. And so now the grasshopper is going to the ants trying to get help because he didn't do the work that he needed to do to be prepared for the winter. And this is a way that we can look at how a lot of business owners operate. So there's a goal, there's something that you want to create, there's something that you want to do, and then you put off the things that need to be done. Oh, you know what? I've got plenty of business right now. I've got plenty of clients right now. Oh, my funnel's working great. Oh, my ads are working fine. And you want to get into that place of kind of writing it out and getting comfortable. It's our human nature to want to do that. Right. And so we kind of get focused on like the clients that we have and what's going on. Then all of a sudden the winter comes and then there's no clients or the ads aren't working or something goes wrong. The funnel breaks and it's like, oh crap, what do I do? And then you start knocking on people's doors. Hey, can you help me with this? Hey, can you help me with that? I need a really quick fix. Like I need an immediate solution. And it just causes a lot of frustration. So much frustration. So we do this. We disconnect, we distract. Things get in the way of what needs to be done to create the goal and have the outcome. And things get in the way of consistency because we think that we've seen this message online that we can just sit there and have a 4-hour work week or, all of those messages that are portrayed to us about what it takes to be successful versus not. And the whole thing is that a lot of these approaches that we're taught are really, really selfish, and it's more about ourselves and what we want. And we don't really think about what our clients need and how they need to be interacted with and how they need to be communicated with and what we need to show them and direct to them so that they feel enough trust in us to purchase our products and services. Okay. So what happens when, you've not done what you need to do or you've stopped doing what you need to do to get results? You lose trust in your process. People lose trust in you. They don't see you. And consistency and visibility is a necessary marketing strategy and approach in 2024 and beyond, especially as more leverage tools come out and you've got bigger businesses that are everywhere, right? You go to their website, next thing you're seeing their ads. If you're a smaller business, even at $500,000 or so, like there's still bigger businesses that have more going on. So how do you make your message stand out? And how do you stay attractive? Well, first of all, you be like the ant and you be consistent, because in your consistency, you're able to see what's performing and what's not performing, what's working and not working. If you're not being like the ant and you're being like the grasshopper and you're not being consistent and you're just kind of doing your own thing, the first thing to do is to get in the game and be the and start to be consistent and follow through on those steps to hit your goal. Now, whether you make your goal or you don't, it's not now, oh gosh, everything's broken, everything's wrong. I've got to like reinvent the wheel of my business. It's okay, now let's get clear on what's not working and what we can do to shift things. And that is where your client centric approach comes in. And when I say not hitting your goal, I established at the beginning that the goals can be a number of things, from hitting your next revenue goal to bringing on your new team member to signing the biggest client that you've ever had to more efficient processes and systems in your company. There's a number of things that you can be working toward at any time. Also, just the goal of feeling really good in your business and enjoying your business and loving your business. So to have any of that, it requires that consistency. And so with my clients, there's two camps. There's the ones that are running Facebook ads or have, viral funnels going. And so they constantly have lead gen coming in and they've got the inbound leads. And so the things to adjust and make consistent and improve on the client centric side is the close rate, or getting sales team members that can represent the brand and can close and fully represent the CEO in those sales calls, especially when the CEO is stepping out of the calls. Now, then I have my other clients who are in the organic camp. So they're doing the organic social media, they're networking, they're doing attraction marketing. And those of you that aren't doing ads and don't have viral funnels going, then you want to be looking at your consistency of your process and how much are you showing up? How often are you showing up? How powerfully are you showing up? And is your message communicating and conveying to your potential clients that you're targeting that you're the person that can help them? And then the final piece is the trust building. Now, whether you have a short sales cycle or a long sales cycle, you have ads or you have organic, that trust piece is huge. So how do your clients open themselves up to want to trust you and to want to come into your world and let their guard down and come into your calls and be part of your funnel and participate and opt in and do all the things and stay engaged? These are the things that you want to be looking at and addressing in your business. And in order to do so, the way that you get the metrics and to know whether things are converting or working or not is having the demand and having the people coming through into your world. Okay. So if they're not coming at the rate that you want to look at your consistency, you want to look at your messaging, you want to look at all of those pieces, because whether you're doing inbound or outbound, it's not just attraction marketing. There's also that follow-up. And that's where being the ant comes in. When you get up every day and you do your follow-up messages and you do your outreach and you do your prospecting, because if you're not getting inbound leads from your attraction marketing, your job is to stay focused and be putting yourself out there and getting the leads versus sitting there and playing the music and hoping that they're going to show up. Okay. So this is real talk. And the same thing for if you have a funnel and if you have ads going and you're getting calls and people are coming in, but they're not closing at the rate that you want, there's something disconnected with your strategy, where if it's either a mindset piece, like you're not really fully owning it and being bold and confident in your message and the transformation, or you are not getting the right people, or, there's a number of factors. But once you're able to get really clear and you are clear on that client-centric strategy that you're using in your company, and you have a core to your business and you're using that selling approach and you're building trust and you're consistent, it's the world is your oyster. Like, you can seriously own the market. You can get to new levels of your company, doors open, speaking opportunities, all of the things that you dream up for yourself when you see yourself as the business owner in your mind's eye that you see yourself stepping into. That's what happens when you step into this model and this approach. And what's powerful about it is tailor-made to your authentic value proposition, to what you're all about in your personal brand, to the clients that you represent and you take a stand for, and you're able to really fill in blind spots and gaps that are missing in your message now. So be consistent. Summertime is coming if you live in North America. So be ready for summertime to not sit there and just enjoy the music. Even if you're going to take off and you're going to vacation, you're going to travel, you still want to have your consistency going, and you want to be building up and preparing for that time when things, might slow down or you think customers aren't engaged. So your business is running on a year-round cycle, and you don't want to be dependent on the seasonal changes. You want to be prepared and you want to stay focused. And when you have a client-centric approach to your business, it becomes an engine that drives the company, that you're no longer exhausted by it. And your team can also step in and be part of your business like they're not now. Your team is probably just doing the jobs that they think they need to do. They're showing up, they're doing their tasks, they're checking the boxes, but they're not involved at the level that you would like them to be. And when you get your team fully on board, and your internal operations and delivery and fulfillment, all of that on board with the client-centric approach and the client-centric selling, you are able to maximize your revenue. And now you're looking at new challenges and problems, like, being able to scale and take on more clients and, do what needs to be done there. So that is what I've got for you. If this really resonates with you and you want to have a conversation, you can head over to the link in my profile on LinkedIn and the featured section and book a revenue acceleration call with me. These are available for a limited time, and I have limited spaces available for these calls. And if you are on YouTube or Facebook, you can head to celiafaymeisel.com to my website and book a call. Link is at the top of the page there, and you can schedule your revenue acceleration call. And so we're going to look at your business. We're going to look at your revenue strategies right now, what you're doing, your consistency, how things are performing, and talk about your client-centric plan to exceed your revenue goals this year. Because hitting your revenue goals is cool and fun, but what is amazing is the person that you get to become as a result of that. Because you think that revenue goal and that money is going to do something for you. And really, you get to transform who you are and how you're showing up in the world on the journey to creating those revenue goals. And that is what the most fun is about all of it. And seeing new relationships formed and your prospects and your clients engaging with your company in a whole new way. All right. So revenue acceleration call. I look forward to speaking with you. Until next time. Bye for now.